If you're in the market and you are looking to buy the HexClad Pans set or individual items, and you're asking yourself questions, this video is for you. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Team Killer What?
So today we're going to be answering the most sought out questions about the HexClad Pans. We've had a lot of different questions for you guys, and we appreciate all the questions that you've given us. And we decided let's make a video on answering those most interesting questions that we've seen in the comments below. Now, we want to let you guys know that this video is not sponsored by HexClad. This is our personal opinion and our daily use of the pans. So we bought it with our money. Again, this is our personal opinion. So what you're getting here is the real life experiences with these pans. But before we get started, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and join the Team Killer What family. We would love for you guys to be part of our journey, and hopefully you guys enjoy our videos coming up.
And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell button so you don't miss any of these awesome videos. And if we don't answer your question, make sure you leave us a comment down below.
So let's get started. Joan Belmont asks, do you still have to season them, or are they non-stick right out of the box?
That is a good question, because we have had a couple of seasoning videos, how to season a pan, how to season a wok. They are non-stick right out of the pan, but just like any other pan, you should also follow the manufacturer instructions on the pans that you buy. These are recommended that you season them so that they can start to develop that extra nice soft coating that will keep your pans looking good for years.
They are a little expensive, so you want to make sure that if you can give it a little more help, do it.
Yes, that's always good.
All right. Alicia Riki asks, are the lids oven safe as well? Well, Alicia, good question.
Great question. So this glass can withstand up to 400 degrees. So you can use it right from the stovetop, place it on, and put it in the oven. This one is so heavy. I love the handle though, that's great. But yes, it is oven safe. Follow the instructions that they recommend. You may get a different set. I know that they have different sets, but just look at the instructions, but they should be safe for the oven.
Yeah. John Brooks asks, with most non-stick pans, over a period of time, I usually experience warping to where the pan does not sit flat on the stovetop due to the glazing, and occasional hot pan cold water bath. Darn kids, he says. Can you attest to doing this to your pans? And if so, have they remained truly flat and not warped? You have had experience on other pans warping. And your answer to John is? These
can withstand a lot. As you know, mentioned, I had that issue. I gave those to my mom because when I have a electric stove, so the pans kept, you know, on some instances just kept on wobbling. If you have maybe you know, a gas, that may work, but I know on the flat surface it won't. These babies can withstand anything. The material on them is really strong, and I have never had that issue. That being said, you mentioned it was your kids. Darn kids.
Darn.
Please be very careful about taking any item from high heat to cold water. It will cause some of that coating also on the non-stick to go away, and it may also cause the warping, which
the recommended thing is once you finish cooking, you know, let them cool off for a little bit, and then I'll put them in the washer or in the sink and wash it up.
It's my baby. It's the one I use the most. We do have an affiliate link for HexClad, so if you are considering purchasing them, down below in the on the message, consider doing that. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and you are helping support this channel.
The next question, it's being repaired, asks, can you do American cheese in the pan? Well, being repaired, the answer is yes. We've actually did a video on it was paleo cheese.
Yes, we use paleo cheese.
We haven't really used American.
I've used different types of cheese. Let me tell you something. When I make a grilled cheese sandwich and I put it on here, the cheese just comes around. You know what?
Wait,
let's put it to demo. Let's just show you that.
We did Dominican cheese.
Yes.
Which is one of the hardest cheeses.
Yes.
It was that yellow.
Yeah,
that hard yellow cheese.
Check out that video right there.
So yes, because if that didn't stick to these pans when we saw it the first time, trust me, I don't think anything will. So yes, you should be okay. Johnny Chavez asked, newer version with the blue dot in the non-stick areas. I have the previous version without the blue dot technology, which doesn't work quite as well as I understand. Well, Johnny Chavez, in fact, we have what we call the original HexClad pans, and we don't have the blue dot technology. Now, we don't have any experience with that blue dot technology, but we hear that it does work well. These, for instance, again, we can't say enough about them.
We can't, and I did look into your question before when we answered the question online, and I went to the website and I looked at it, but unfortunately when we made such a big investment on these pans, we could, with your help and as the channel grows, be able to generate more money until we can buy it, because we like to give, as you know, mentioned our opinion for the product. So please consider subscribing once again and hitting the thumbs up and sharing these videos.
The next question, Gabe Cuello asks, what's your opinion on the non-stick capacity? Well, Gabe Cuello, the non-stick capacity could mean a lot of things, but I guess in this instance, we're gonna say that it holds well.
Yes.
It withstands higher temperatures, and it has lasted the test of times. Now, I know for a fact that Alex constantly seasons the pan, so he's very meticulous when it comes to that. I think you do that once a month, once every few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, just using them by themselves, they start to get that coating. I do try to season them, as you mentioned, as often. I don't think I've been as religious as coating them as once a month. In the beginning, I was more like, yes. But I think over time, it cooks well. The other thing is, please understand that you should not just simply throw anything on this that is very low in fat. So an egg, for example, egg is very, very, very low in fat, high protein. So when you are throwing it in here, the fact that it doesn't have any fat is gonna cause it to stick to the pan. You should always use some kind of some kind of oil. What I do is I have a little brushing oil, a little brush, and I brush it all over because I wanna make sure that it's coated evenly.
Next question, Shridavi Babuji, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name, asks, based on your reviews, I decided to get these pans. I was wondering if I can use canola oil to season them. And to that, you say?
Yes. We was just talking about using oil and seasoning the pans. So you want to make sure that you season the pans correctly. Whatever oil you're using, make sure that you can use anything you have at home. Just use the oil that has the highest burn degree. That means canola oil is actually a great oil. They use it in commercial spaces, so you should be good to go with that.
Yeah, you can always use olive oil. Most people use olive oil to season their pans.
But canola
oil burns a little hotter.
Yes.
So yeah, so canola it is.
Canola it is.
Canola it is.
Use whatever you have at home.
Do what you want. The next question, Geek Chick 367 asks, if you want the steam not to come out, my tip would be to shove a clove in that hole. I never heard that before. Most people are wondering, because that little hole on the lid, it lets out a lot of air and pressure. We've seen a lot of comments on whether when you're making rice, the air comes out of it and you really it bothers the whole flow of rice making. Most people cover with a cloth, and others with a clove in that hole.
Clove of garlic, I guess that they put on there.
Wow, I've never heard that one before. But
one of the things that I don't cook rice. These are not rice pots. Now, if you wanted to cook something that you have rice on there, you have to get one that does not have that, because the steam, as you're cooking the rice, the steam helps cook the rice. These are not for that. These are just for your everyday cooking of items that will require some kind of steam, some kind of thing like that. But if you don't, you can certainly use napkins, something that you can plug in to cover it. But please know that there's still a degree of steam that will come out of those pans.
Let me tell you something. This thing costs over $100, okay? If I want to cook another pot inside this pot, I'm gonna cook another pot inside this pot. So if you want to cook rice, you cook rice.
Yes.
You can cook whatever you want inside those pans, okay? Those are yours and they're expensive. Okay. So I say go. As Dominicans, we put a bag, an actual plastic bag over the rice. So if you have the rice here, you put a little bit of water on it, you kind of dampen with water, and then you cover the rice with the bag, and then you cover it this way. That way, the bag is actually holding most of the moisture off the rice. When you're finished, take out your lid, you take out the bag, you throw it out, and your rice is good to go. Man's best friend. You guys are great. Thanks for the review. Well, thank you. We appreciate you guys, and we appreciate all of you for asking all these questions, and hopefully we can give you guys the answers you're looking for about these pans.
Thank you, my best friend. You're our best friend now.
All right, the next question is coming from Brian Epperson. I have always just plugged the little steam hole with a toothpick.
How?
Let's try that out. Hey, Brian, we're gonna try that out.
Right, we're gonna try the toothpick thing. Okay, so here we go.
We'll do it.
How do you do that? I mean, I can pass through not one, but two toothpicks. So you can't use a toothpick.
So Brian, I don't know how you do it. Maybe you can send us a picture.
Yeah, send us a picture. We would love to see it. Now, we're gonna leave the email teamkilowatt@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Instagram and DM us the picture. We would love to see it.
The next question comes from K. Just K, like the letter K. I saw Vivian tries and it bursted my bubble of the HexClad. Skeptical to buy one. All right, we're gonna be careful about this one
because we love Vivian tries.
We love Vivian tries. We actually look up to her and other channels.
Yes.
So Vivian, if you're watching this,
we would love to do a collab.
Yes, please let us know.
Do a collab.
We could do anything you need. We will do it. We love you. So here's what I want to say with that. Vivian actually put these pans under high
stress.
Yes, to say the least, right? She actually put in a whole bunch of metal utensils and what is that called? She got a
microscope.
What is that called? The thing to
like a mixer. She used a mixer, she used a metal, she used a whole bunch of stuff, and she put a microscope on these things. So
we understand that they are supposed to withstand certain level of beating, right? But if they're not conditioned to take that amount of pounding. That was, I think she did it just to test
an extreme.
Right. The amount of force that you can use on these pans on a normal daily basis, you guys are not, or we don't use, metal utensils on it, or you're beating it up to see how long it'll last. Yeah. Again, her test worked out because that's what she was looking for, and we're not saying anything negative about it, but normally you wouldn't do that. If you can make a mistake, and let me show you, normal wear and tear on a pan, you can see here it has some little lines,
scratches.
Like you can get that, and it's metal. It's a part that's gonna decay. It's gonna go bad after a while. It will last depending on how you use it, but I feel like that was sort of an extreme version of this, and not necessarily a real life thing where you normally are, beating it up on a daily basis.
I have to say that, I've switched different utensils. I've used metal, I've used wood. So my favorite two things to use is wood and a spatula that's silicone. So those are my favorite things to use because they are less abrasive on the surface, and I know they're gonna keep my pans really good for a long, long time. I'm not here to test how much beating they can take. That's not what I'm here. These are my babies. Can't do that to them.
But HexClad, if you want to send us a couple of test pans so we can test it out, we will gladly do that. Unfortunately with these we cannot because we cannot afford them too much.
So another thing that I wanted to mention, I was looking for the question, but we couldn't find it. Somebody had mentioned a comment about the staining on the pans. Now, these pans, as you can see from this one, it's a little yellowish. And I think this one too on the side. That's because I use them. And even when you're using a non-stick pan or you're using different kind of materials, I remember my grandmother had a pan, it was dark. And that pan was awesome. The more she used it, the better it got, the better flavor. So that's my thing. These pans are not resistant to the color, the heat that you're gonna put these pans through and the beating that you're gonna put them through are eventually going to cause them to, you know, not discolor, but you know, things are gonna get stuck on them and they're gonna happen. So please be patient. Please understand that that is the process of any particular pan. So just know that it's okay. It's a natural thing.
Alright guys, hopefully this video was very informative for you guys. If you have any additional questions or comments, please send us in the comments below. Let us know and we will hopefully do a future video and answer any additional questions you guys have. Like we said before, this is a non-sponsored video. This is our personal and life learning experiences with the HexClad. We're telling you from the heart.
And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment down below and hit the notification bell button so you don't miss any of these awesome videos.
Signing out of the HexClad video, Team Kilowatt!